Hello everyone, welcome to a short instruction or review, depending, about how to use Excel, specifically some of the basic functions that you might encounter in setting up some of your homework assignments and things in accounting. So we're going to start here. There's some instructions and I'll show you how things are done. Remember, you can do as much as you want. You can never do something that can't be undone. The undo button is up here in the top corner. So anything that you do that you want to reverse is always available. All right. So first of all, to insert or delete a column or row, highlight the column. Okay. And right click, insert, highlight, right click, delete. Okay, so that works the same way with a row. That's a column. All right, insert. All right, and delete. So we're right clicking, and then once we've highlighted it, or you just right click it directly. All right, adding borders and shading. So if the cell that we want to change, we've highlighted there, and we want to change the background color, the fill color as it's called. We go up to the arrow next to the bucket. Now the bucket is already set up to be yellow. So if we just click on the bucket, it would just be yellow. But see, the background changes yellow. But if we want a different color, or the color that we want is not there, we have to go in and change it. There we have a different color or background color. Then if we want to do a border, we come up here to our four square, and we can change the border. And see, that put a border on around the outside. If you've got multiple, and we do the thick outside, it puts a border around that whole thing that you've highlighted. And if you want to take it away, you can push undo, right? Or you can go back to no border if you change your mind later on. All right, and then to change the font color, so we've used this one, we've used this one, now we use the font color. Notice that it is right now, if automatic is black, all right, but if we want to do something different, we can choose it green, or since the word is purple, let's choose purple. So there's the formula, the command for changing the font color. Cut, copy, and paste. So we want to take something in one cell and put it in another. So if we have typing in this cell, we want to move it over there, we can use the cutting. Okay, so we go up here, cut, you see the little rotating line there, and we come over here and paste. And so cutting takes it from the one cell and puts it over there. Copying simply makes like it sounds, copy and then paste. And you can do that with multiple cells by taking and highlighting. Okay, so we're clicking, and then while holding that down, that button on your mouse down, we're covering over to a different cell, a range of cells. Now we want to copy, and it will copy and paste both cells. Okay, so you can do multiple ones in order to save time. All right, another time saver is the autofill. So we're going to copy, the idea is we're copying this 4 in this cell to a whole bunch of cells. So we hover over the bottom right corner of the cell and simply drag. Again, that's by clicking the mouse on the left side and then at the same time moving the mouse while you're holding that down, moving it down or to the side, but down, and you see that that just fills in whatever you have in the first cell into the ones after that. And you could do that all the way down a whole column or something like that. All right, math formulas. Most common thing you will use in Excel to be able to do is your math formulas. You can start a formula by equal, probably the way to usually begin. And we're going to highlight a cell that we want to add. So we want to add this number to this number. Put the plus in there. And then we click on the other and click return. So you can also just go plus and do the same way with the plus, and it will get you the same result. Okay? If you do a minus, then of course it's going to get a different result because now you have subtracted the one that you started with a minus. You can see the formula up here in the formula bar. Again, if you didn't like it, what's your result? You can do the undo. Okay, so you can add up as many. You can do subtraction. You can do multiply. The multiply is the asterisk. All right, you can do divide. We're using a slash. All of those are available. Again, all right. And by referring to the cell, if I change the cell, my answer is going to change. If I simply go, which I can, and do it in a formula like that, now to change it, I have to go into this formula and change the number. You can see it's there in the formula bar, but it takes a little bit longer. So otherwise you can change, you always can see what your formula is, what it's referring to, and the result. All right, number and cell formats. So this number is a little hard to read because it's got so many zeros. So to see what it is, all the number formats are here in the number section, if you will. If I put a comma, you can see it adds the commas. If I want a dollar sign, I click on the dollar sign, add that. Okay, I can make it a %. And I can change the decimals. Take out the decimal, 2 decimal places, add decimal places. All right. I can convert, let's say I have 0.25 in a number and I want that as %. All right, and then if I add decimals, okay, I can take it out, that percentage out to multiple decimals. I decide I don't really want that and take them back off. So there's how you do the formats for numbers. And then one function is that you probably use most often is sum. There's a whole dozens of formulas that you can use or functions you can use in Excel. Sum is going to add up a range of cells. So any formula is put into Excel by starting with equals. If you know what it is, you can sum, and then you simply highlight the range that you want to add up. So again, left click and then drag using the mouse down, put the other parentheses, and it sums those numbers. If I change any of these numbers, my sum also changes automatically. That's a great thing. All right. The other way to do a formula is to use this insert function. All right. If your cell is blank and you do that, then you can look up functions. If you happen to think that there are a function that you might need to use that is you can't think of what it is, you can do some searches. Let's say an average. You could average those same numbers. Okay. To get the average of a range of cells. In this case, just this one cell. So that's another formula. So there's your basic formulas, basic functions, how to use the math, how to cut, copy, autofill, and change the appearance to make things a little easier to read, and to get rid of or add rows, columns, or cells.